Whoops. There we go. Sorry, I think I was muted there for a minute.
Yeah, you were. I was gonna say something, but
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do a live mock draft. Joined by Connor as always. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in the chat. I'm not sure how many people will actually be watching tonight. I don't expect many viewers or anything. I just wanted to try this out. But for the people that are here, go ahead and leave your comments, and we'll welcome your opinion on each of our picks. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start a mock draft. We're gonna do full 7 rounds for the Chiefs. This is probably the last mock draft I'm going to do before the actual thing. But Connor, I'll ask you, what are your kind of thoughts heading into the draft as we get like really close now? Like what are some of your favorite prospects and that kind of thing?
Well, I through all my mock drafts, because I've done probably like about 100 of these at this point. I have players at pick 31 and our second round pick that I want, and I'm going to be disappointed if we don't get them. Outside of that, it's really depending on how the board falls, and I usually just go for whoever I like best, which is a variety of players. But for me, for the past few weeks, my 1 and 2 player almost every mock draft, with the exception of like if Caleb Farley or something falls, is always Liam Eichenberg and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, and you kind of mentioned this in the stream that I was in yesterday with Michael from KC Sports Report, and I've actually said it myself before. But I like to have fun with these and, fantasize about different players in our offense and stuff like that. But really, it'd kind of be irresponsible to go anything but left tackle in the first round, right?
You know what else is fun to fantasize about? Actually having time in the pocket.
Right. Well, Najee Harris went 30 to the Buffalo Bills. That's interesting.
That's a fantastic fit.
Let's go ahead and see who we got as best players available. They got Jamin Davis at 32 on here. Joe Tryon's up there. Jason Owe. Landon Dickerson's there. Kadarius Toney, Sam Cosmi, Terrace Marshall. There's a lot of players available. There's Eichenberg. I don't know. Who are you feeling right here?
Eichenberg, 100%.
So, okay, here's how. So I like Eichenberg, and I think he's a safe pick. And I think he's someone who has the potential to be a left tackle for the Chiefs. But I don't know if he is a better prospect than Cosmi, just because I've kind of warmed up to Cosmi a little bit because he's got the athletic traits. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, if we were a bad team, I would understand why you'd want Cosmi, because Cosmi is a higher upside player. But the reason I've kind of fallen in love with Eichenberg is because what you see is what you get. He's a very low risk prospect, and we're trying to win the Super Bowl next year, right? So we want somebody we can plug in and just give us good reps at left tackle and help us win the Super Bowl next year. I don't really give a damn how good you can be down the line. I want to go win the Super Bowl next year, you know?
Yeah. Oh gosh, voice crack. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, so Liam Eichenberg is one of those guys that like maybe doesn't have as high of a ceiling as some of the other tackle prospects, but he's probably just the safest thing at the moment, which, I'm fine with. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take Eichenberg, especially since we took Cosmi in the draft that I did last night. So we'll go ahead and take Eichenberg.
Oh, chat says Andy Reid and Veach won't draft him because of his arms, so it's not realistic. All right, chat. I don't care about his measurements at all. All I care about is what he can do on the field. I don't give a shit if he's 5'1". If he can protect Mahomes in the pocket, I'm drafting him. He did a fine job at Notre Dame, so I'm not worried about his arm length. That's not a big deal. Oh, his arm length is a half an inch too short. I don't care.
I will say arm length, I do think is a little bit important. Like you don't want, like if you have like 34-inch arms, that's, good for the tackle position. But if you're like at, I don't know, 32 and 3/4, like, is it that big of a difference? Like a lot of people will tell you yes, but I'm not sure. Cause like, yeah, if you look at what Eichenberg did on the field at Notre Dame, he played left tackle like the past 2 seasons. It did an incredible job protecting Ian Book, who was one of the more difficult quarterbacks to block for in high major college football last year. But I mean, it depends on who you ask. I'm fine with the Eichenberg pick. I do understand the people that say, you know, arm length matters, and that's why you should go for someone else. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because like Matt in the chat, he's saying Veach likes long arms. I don't know enough to be able to say that, but like, I don't doubt it.
He's also saying deep O-line class, which that statement is really stupid to me, and here's why. The left tackle is arguably the second most important position on the offensive line. The left tackle can really make or break your season, and it's not a position that you can just sit back and wait on. That's the equivalent of like the Jets saying, let's not draft Zach Wilson because we can sit back and wait for Kellen Mond or Kyle Trask in the second round. It's stupid. It's a really, really important position that you have to have a really good player at. It's not like receiver where you might just hit one late, just based on pure athleticism. You need to invest heavily in the left tackle position.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that exact same thing as soon as I heard you start to say it. Yes, the draft is deep at tackle, but what I ask people is, do you think the draft is deep enough at tackle to where you can get a day one impact starter in like the third or fourth round? I don't think so. Now, could who you get in the third or fourth round eventually be a starting left tackle? Yeah, but the thing is the Chiefs don't have time. They can't afford to be able to figure that out.
Which is why I want Eichenberg.
Window.
Eichenberg is a day one guy. We're trying to win the Super Bowl next year. We're not rebuilding. So
yeah. And that being said, I did want to point this out. I have the comment displayed right here. Double DD. He says Niang was doing drills at LT. They showed that on Twitter today. Andy said that they think Niang can fill the LT role if necessary. So, I question if Niang could play LT still, but because we haven't even seen him play right tackle in the NFL. But, if they're that confident, then I'm not going to go against their judgment, I don't think.
They've done a lot that makes me question their judgment. But
oh, for sure. But I think as far as the offensive line, Andy knows what he's doing. And Andy was an offensive line coach before becoming...
He also floated the idea of bringing Fisher back. So, yeah, I'm not exactly confident in this offensive line, but I haven't been for the past decade.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, looking at our second pick, since we're dragging it out a little bit. So looks like the wide receivers currently available. None of them exactly piqued my interest here. I know you like St. Brown. I think I'd be more comfortable in the third, and he might still be there by the time we pick. I don't know. But when I look at all the prospects here, I think the one that most stands out is Jabril Cox, the LSU linebacker. I mentioned it yesterday. He's someone that is really, really good in coverage. I think he'll struggle as a run defender in the NFL, but you still got Willie Gay. Hitchens came along last year, but if you're looking for an elite coverage linebacker, Cox is a fluid athlete. So I don't know. What are you thinking here?
Well, I mean,
I guess it's between Cox and Brown for you.
You know how I feel about Amon-Ra, but I've recently in a lot of my linebackers, let me completely rephrase that. In a lot of my mock drafts recently, I've been picking up Dylan Moses relatively late,
Yeah, you
And
can get him pretty late, and I like him
yeah,
too.
that's something that I've been doing, and I think could be a very smart move for the Chiefs. But we've had our history with linebacker injuries. But as an Alabama truther, I love Dylan Moses, but I understand your appeal with Cox a lot. But I guess Cox is one of those picks that I wouldn't hate, but personally, I don't think I'd make it. If I'm like actually Brett Veach in this situation, I think one of the things that goes through my mind is trading up with Baltimore right here to leapfrog the Browns and snag Nick Bolton, because I like Nick Bolton a lot better than Cox. But I mean, Cox is whatever. It gets Ben Neiman off the field, I guess.
Yeah. Um, so I totally agree with the like Dylan Moses thing, and like Derek Barnes from Purdue is another solid backer that you can get later. But I think the board for right now just makes the Cox pick the easiest one to make. And I let you have Eichenberg, so I think I'll take Cox here. And you said you wouldn't hate it if we did it. So that's probably what I'm going to do here. And it looks like the chat likes Cox too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then this third round pick,
Oh
we can
my
go
God.
a lot of directions.
Nick Bolton is not an NFL ready linebacker. Not very good pass and has a high missed tackle rate.
So when you say status alpha, when you say not good pass, do you mean like pass defense, like in coverage? I'm just curious.
The guy is a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah,
He
you have
was
to
the Missouri defense last
yeah,
year.
status alpha. You have to consider that last year because like me and Connor are both Mizzou fans, and like yes, we are a little bit biased about Bolton, but if you have to go watch his tape at Missouri, he was the Missouri defense, and they were asking him to do a lot, and also he had a sprained ankle at the end of the year and still tried to play in the last 3 games. And of course, the Missouri defense gave up almost 150 points in those 3 games. So it's not that's why you can't always take stats at face value. But
this is probably the
yeah,
same dude that would say we wouldn't win the Super Bowl without Frank Clark.
I don't know. I don't know. Status, tell me how you feel about Frank Clark.
Oh, well, he had 5 sacks and he measures well.
Like, I don't know if I'd take Bolton at 31 anymore,
God, no.
But he's still like people are like really down on him, like third, fourth round pick. No way.
Well, the reason I say hell no to taking Nick Bolton at 31 is I feel like we have more pressing needs than linebacker, is why I say that. But if we needed a linebacker, I'd be all for it because Nick Bolton is a fantastic player.
All right, Status. So I'm going to put this comments up there, and not to like, like put you on the spot or anything, but like, okay, so here I feel like this like below average pass coverage thing is kind of like, this is like, it's like a rumor going around. Nick Bolton was in the high 80s, if not low 90s in PFF coverage grade over the past 2 years, which, hey, it's PFF, take it for what it's worth, but also he leads all draft eligible linebackers and passes defended over the past 2 seasons with 12. Yes, even more than Jabril Cox. Although I will say Jabril Cox, I think will be better suited in coverage at the next level because he can turn his hips a lot better than Bolton. But I don't think Bolton will be fine in coverage. He's not going to be elite, but he's fine. And you also mentioned that he's not Spag's preferable size. Well, he's like literally almost a clone of Willie Gay. Like him and Willie Gay are very comparable in size. So if you're going to say that argument, then I just like, I'm not sure what to say to that besides the fact that they took Willie Gay.
Oh, his hands are half an inch too small. There's no way that he could ever do anything at the NFL level. What a scrub. God. This is why I genuinely hate the combine and pro days and like all this shit. I don't care about like the physicality or the measurements or anything. All I care about is what you go out and do on the field. All this is just nonsense and crap. You saw DK Metcalf fall to the 2nd round because of a 3-cone drill, and he's been one of the most dominant receivers in the NFL. It doesn't matter. Just Just look at what they can do on film, because that's all that matters. God, it's so dumb.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like again, like I can understand the people that are maybe lower on Bolton than I am, but like he's a better player than people have been giving him credit for
The
as of
people who
lately.
say that did not watch him. There's nobody that could watched any Mizzou game that he played last year that would tell you that Nick Bolton isn't arguably the best linebacker in this class. He was so dominant in every game he played.
Anyways, that being said, we've been stuck on this third round pick for like 5 minutes. So, is it what do you anything you like in particular here? I don't know. We could go multiple different directions with this pick. Um, Benjamin St. Juste, the cornerback from Minnesota. A lot of people like him. Feel like we could probably wait on defensive back the way the board's shaking out. Hamza Nasir-Ladin, I think that's how you say it, from Florida State's an interesting prospect. Ben Cleveland, the interior OL, if we really wanted to go there.
I
I
don't
don't know.
understand why everyone thinks that like interior line is such like a pressing issue for Kansas City, because we brought in two interior linemen and we already signed, or well, I mean, we're bringing LDT back, so it's would be kind of a logjam there, especially when I feel like there's a lot of needs other places. And we just signed Austin Blythe, which I'd be down to cut Blythe if we can draft a center I like. Like his name is really weird. It's like Quinn Mirez or something.
Yeah,
It's you know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
Or like if Creed Humphrey or Landon Dickerson tumbled, I would gladly take one of them. But like, I don't go out here like looking for an interior offensive lineman. The lately in my mocks, I've like picked up like Tommy Kramer from Notre Dame with one of my last picks, which I feel like is a solid pick for center.
Yeah, no, like interior OL isn't like a pressing need, but I think they're still like they could certainly upgrade at center if they wanted to. Like if Creed Humphrey is still there or Landon Dickerson in the second round, like I'm not going to fault the Chiefs for taking one of the two just because they're like the consensus top two. But
Oh, yeah, they're both great players, but
yeah,
I noticed that Paulson Adebo went to the Packers. I would have loved that pick if he was here, but we kind of got shafted here.
it's
Uh,
I don't know. Chat, what's the chat thinking on this one for those that are watching? What do you see anything you like here? I'm kind of stuck, honestly. Like, feel like most picks I'd go here would probably be considered reaches, but
I guarantee this dude's gonna say like Paulson Adebo's too small or something like that. I guarantee it.
let's see what the draft network says. 6'1", 190. That's fine for an outside corner. Ellerson Smith from Northern Iowa, I think I might like here actually because he's got inside outside versatility. A lot of people seem to like him. I don't know. We'll see. I'm waiting for the chat to give us some kind of take here for those that are watching.
An edge player I've been getting a lot in my mocks is Dalen Hayes. I like him out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and it's like Patrick Jones, Dalen Hayes. Like I like some of those guys in the later rounds, so like that kind of keeps me from taking Smith here, but also like it's just kind of a value thing too. I don't know. Shoot, should we say screw it and go Trey Sermon from Ohio State?
Dude, I actually like I'd be pissed at the time because drafting running backs high is stupid, but I think Trey Sermon is a better player than Midget Boy.
He's a
I
good
mean, but
player.
you
I'm
know,
telling you. Like I thought he would be a steal in the later rounds when we were doing these mocks before the like end of Ohio State season, but then he just shot up the draft boards for sure because of his performance. Ellerson Smith, St. Juste, is Deo still on the board? Let's see. Doesn't quite look like it unless I'm missing it. Someone that I'm seeing scrolling down a little bit though is Deontay Brown, the interior O line from Alabama. I do like him a lot. It's kind of surprised he's still here. Didn't he play? Wasn't he guard center versatile at Alabama? Do you remember, Connor?
I thought he played right tackle.
Oh, you know what? He might have played tackle. Here, let's see what they say about him. Beefy, wide-bodied frame with well above average amount of strength at the point of attack. Effective run blocker. Let's see what they project him as. He is a guard-only prospect that hasn't played any other position up front. Doesn't have any experience at center, so he's guard specific.
I could have swore he played tackle at some point.
I'm probably just getting them mixed up with Leatherwood, but
no, I think Leatherwood was here.
What's up, Aaron? Yeah, let's check out Edge again. Yeah, Deo from Vanderbilt is there. Let's see what they say about him. Reduced to a 3-tech, has played nose tackle and sub packages, exceptionally reactive athleticism. They like him as an eventual starting edge defender. I don't know. I kind of like some of the other later round edges as well. You know what? Should we just... Ah, man. Ben Cleveland from Georgia. Let's see what they got him as. Power running scheme. It's definitely not us. I don't know. I'm stuck. Maybe I should go Hamza from Florida State. I do like him. Take over that third safety role. I think I might go ahead and do it.
Who?
What do you think of Hamza? Hamza Nasirudeen, safety, Florida State.
I don't like going safety this early. You know, especially since I know how high you are on Paris Ford, and you know for a fact he's going to be there for the last pick, especially on the Draft Network. So I would definitely hold off on safety here.
We do like RGR. I love RGR.
I don't know who that is. But yeah,
You're in timeout. You're being put in YouTube timeout.
I don't care. I don't value anyone's opinion but my own. But honestly, with this pick, I'm thinking corner.
Yeah, just the thing is the corner board. Unless Benjamin St. Honestly, we could go St. Juice from Minnesota here. I
feel like that might be the move if I'm being real.
Yeah, I'll go St. Juice. I like that pick. So the chat seems to like the pick as well. I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, DeMar Hamlin, he's another one people like for safety. I like Paris Ford too, the Pittsburgh safety, but his pro day was just really bad, so you've been able to get him later. But he's a guy that like I've watched his games and like he has exceptional athleticism. I might do one more draft after this.
Pro day at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the numbers can be exaggerated and stuff like that. And you never know the situation with a player. He might have tried to run injured. We don't know. Aaron, who have we picked so far? We got Liam Eichenberg, Jabril Cox, and now Benjamin St. Juste. We feel like that's a pretty safe draft so far. So we'll see. People are up and down on Eichenberg, but I think he's a safe pick if the Chiefs were to go there.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need safe picks who can come in and contribute and help win the Super Bowl next year.
All right, so now at pick 136, Patrick Jones is still there. David Moore, Sean Wade.
Dude, Sean Wade is terrible. I don't know how anybody likes this dude.
Dalen Hayes is still there. I really like the Patrick Jones pick as someone like that could come in and be like a situational speed rusher as a rookie. Because like that's kind of what I want. That's why I would have liked the Melvin Ingram move. Like Melvin Ingram isn't going to come in and start. Like you still have Taco and you still have Dana, but then you could rotate in a rookie like Patrick Jones who can cut like look 17 and a half sacks in 22 games. You know, that's really good production. They have him as a 4-3 defensive end fit, scheme fit. He's an explosive athlete. Good first step. I mean, would you like that pick here? What do you think? I think here I'll say this. I think Dalen Hayes has more potential as like just that well-rounded edge defender, but I think Jones has more upside as a pass rusher,
Okay,
and I think that's just kind of what the team
confuse
needs.
me picking Dalen Hayes a lot with me like falling in love with Dalen Hayes. Like, oh my gosh, Dalen Hayes is going to be a superstar. Dalen Hayes just happens to be the edge I kind of lean towards, but my heart's not set on Dalen Hayes or anything like how I really want Eichenberg and St. Brown. But yeah, just if you think Patrick Jones is good, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, like Status Alpha says Dalen Hayes is better than Patrick Jones. Yeah, like I mean they're not that far off from it. Like Dalen Hayes, like I said, I think he's got more potential as like the edge defender, but I think Patrick Jones is the better pass rusher. I think Dalen Hayes, he'd have like a Dana type rookie season. I feel like.
Oh no, not another Dana. I just
Aaron
remember our
Morrow.
initial reaction to that.
I didn't know him at all. I just really didn't. He's fallen way down the
Pissed because
boards.
there was nothing about him.
Yeah, Aaron, I did a PFF draft yesterday with Michael from KC Sports Report, and they had Patrick Jones like all the way in the 6th, 7th round. I think I'm gonna go Jones here, though. I like him. I think I'm gonna do it. We'll take Patrick Jones here at 136, and then we got pick 144 too, so we'll be picking pretty soon after that. So far we got Jabril Cox, Liam Eichenberg, Benjamin St. Juste, Patrick Jones. We still need a wide receiver. Daz Newsom's there, kind of a slot guy. We have enough slot guys. Anthony Schwartz, Shai Smith, Josh Imador Behebe. I think that's how you say it. I may have butchered his last name, but a lot of people seem to like him, the Illinois wide receiver. I don't know. I don't really like the value here, to be honest. I think we can get a later round guy.
I mean, wide receiver is one of those positions that you can just hit on really late in the draft.
But. Yeah. Yeah. What is the chat like at wide receiver? Do you guys like any of the names here? Let me know. Yeah, I'm on wide receiver right now. I'll scroll down a little bit so you guys can see.
Oh shoot, we don't have a wide receiver yet, do we?
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at it right now. Cornell Powell from Clemson. Looks like they have him ranked a lot lower on here. Yeah, I like Shai Smith too.
Austin Watkins to make everything easier on the equipment guy.
Yeah, I actually do like Austin Watkins, though. I'm just really hoping he doesn't have the same genetics as Sammy, if you know what I mean.
Damon Hazelton.
No, we're not taking Damon Hazelton. Let's see where they have him ranked, though. I'm curious.
Dude, he's definitely undrafted.
Just to kill time. Oh, they got him as 324, the 324th best player here.
He's a complete moron for leaving Mizzou. Like,
he definitely could have benefited from another year. That's okay. Kiki Chisholm will be a first rounder next year. Schwartz is definitely a burner. Yeah, there's a lot of burners in this class too. Like Marquez Stevenson, who I like too. Let's see what they say about Schwartz.
If we're in round 4 without a receiver, Golden Tate or just somebody better be getting a call from us because something went horribly wrong. But
I think I'm going to wait on receiver, given the board, unless anyone has another opinion. I'll go back and look at the best players available, though. I don't know, man. Keith Taylor Jr., the cornerback from Washington, is still there, and I do really like him. And like I said, I like Washington DBs. I've taken him a lot. I'll look at the tight ends. Usually the tight ends fall off after about like the 3rd round. Oh, Kenny Yeboah, the tight end from Ole Miss. Oh, dude, we got to do this. I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, we got to get a pass catcher, dude.
Oh, what do you guys? All right, stream. What do you think about Kenny Yeboah right here? Tell me what you think about Kenny Yeboah. I think I might do this. I really like this guy. A lot of people seem to like him too. Oh, I would really like that. Yeah, he could be a good pass catcher in this offense for sure.
Yeah, we would just play Kelsey at tight end. Or at what a great take! Play Kelsey at tight end, line Kelsey up at slot, and Yeboah at tight end, and then we'd be good.
Yeah, 2 tight end sets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If Tremble is gone, grab Yeboah. Yeah, I think Tommy Tremble went like a lot earlier. They have him ranked pretty highly on here. Yeah, let's go Yeboah. I like that. I like that pick. We can always pick a wide. You know what? Wide receiver is one of those positions too that I think the Chiefs will be able to benefit. You know, if they can't get someone in the draft, they can benefit from those like post training camp cuts. I feel like there will be some notable because like last year, that's how the isn't that how like the Saints got like Emmanuel Sanders or whatever? Wasn't he cut like at the
No, Emmanuel Sanders was just a normal free. He was just a normal free agent because he was an expiring contract. That's why Denver traded him to San Francisco.
Yeah, but you get my point. Like there will be guys like
Antonio Brown. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's see. If cornerback, I bet you they already took is Keith Taylor Jr. to the Cardinals. Dang, that's a good pick for them. We already
did we position that I don't want to double up on because I feel like if after the draft we would make sense to either bring Bashaud Breeland back or hell, I could see us being contenders for Sherman.
DeMar Hamlin, the Pittsburgh safety, still here. I do like him. I got Paris Ford down at 234.
Yeah, that's why I always take Paris Ford with my last pick.
So we're at our 5th round pick. How many picks have we made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 3 more picks. Yeah, so I'm thinking here we could go.
This might be maybe like these next 2 picks are both wide receivers.
I was thinking we could get Marquez Stevenson with our 2nd, 5th rounder. And then we could get like Paris Ford maybe with our last pick. But yeah, like right here, I don't know. Just kind of looking at best player available. Yeah, Aaron Morrow says DeMar Hamlin. I guess I'm fine. I guess I'm cool with Hamlin. We can. Oh yeah, how about this? We can go Hamlin, Stevenson, and let's go get our boy Larry Roundtree with our 6th rounder. How about that?
I mean, I'd be more interested to see Roundtree get carries than Clyde, if I'm being real. I really dislike Clyde.
Well, that's fair, I guess. But yeah, we'll go DeMar Hamlin. That'll really shore up that secondary. You're adding Benjamin St. Juste and DeMar Hamlin. All right, we got our 2nd, 5th round pick. I think we're going to go Marquez Stevenson here to add that body to the wide receiver core. And he is just, like I said, he's an absolute burner. They have him really low on here, though. Like, Tamarion Terry is still on here, too. They got him very low. So they got Tamarion Terry and Marquez Stevenson here. What is the chat like between Stevenson and Terry? What do you guys think between Terry and Stevenson? Let me know. They're both burners. But like Stevenson, I've watched him. He's someone who could take over return duties from day one from Hardman, which would be a blessing. And like I think that dude could beat McCole Hardman in a race, if I'm being honest. But yeah, he had 2 return touchdowns in college. I'll wait to see what the chat says for this wide receiver pick.
I bet he knows when to let a ball bounce.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to cut McCole just because of that. Like this dude has me screaming at my TV every week because of his just God. It's so dumb. Like I don't know. I feel like who's that on? Is that on Tobe, I guess?
It's a little bit on both because like Tobe continues to put trust in him, and it's like, okay, so why? And then McCole, like, of course, it's on him for not playing well. So it looks like they like Stevenson. I think I agree with that. Terry, I mean, according to this board, they could get Terry as an undrafted free agent, which I don't think will happen. I think some team will fall in love with the upside. Same thing with Stevenson. But yeah, I'll go ahead and take Stevenson here. And then I think I might go Roundtree with the 6th round pick. And yet Aaron says he likes Roundtree. I love Roundtree, especially because he's a back that you can trust. Like at Missouri, like there was like multiple games where they gave Roundtree like 30, 40 carries. Like he's someone that like if attrition hits hard at the running back position, like I can trust Roundtree to get carries because he's just really durable. He's a bigger back. He can run people over. Underrated speed. Like, and he's a little bit of a change from like Clyde and Daryl in that aspect because I don't think Andy has shown that he's willing to give either like a massive amount of carries, consistently. And maybe that changes this year. I don't know, but like Andy's never been a big running the ball guy anyway, so maybe I'm just rambling. But
Unless
yeah.
it's like 2nd and long.
Yeah. 2nd and long runs from Andy Reid, death taxes, and 2nd and long runs. They got Larry Roundtree as the 350th ranked running back, or not running
that
back,
pick wouldn't make
player.
much sense.
Jamar Jefferson from Oregon State is another guy I like.
I'm kind of tthinking double up on receiver here. Just if you have
should we go Terry?
Them, they won't both suck.
Should we go Tamarion Terry? Dude's like what, 6 foot something, and he runs a 4.3 40. I mean,
Sure.
At that point, why not? And then you know what? For this mock draft, we'll just pretend we signed Larry Roundtree as an undrafted free agent. We can just pretend, and that would be a heck of a class, right? Running back, or not running back, sorry, wide receiver. You gotta scroll down. Damon Hazleton.
I remember like the first mock draft we did, like you just kept saying Damon Hazleton for every single pick.
Yeah,
I don't remember if we uploaded that or not, but
yeah, Aaron, yeah, you're a Mizzou fan, yeah, so are we, and I love Ryan. I did that interview with him a few weeks back. I think that's how you subscribe to me, and I got to be honest. I love Ryan. I trust his opinion over like most Chiefs people, but man, he seems to hate Mizzou guys for some reason. But yeah, I think we'll go Tamarion Terry here, double up on receiver, and then we'll just pretend we signed Larry Roundtree as a UDFA, right? But yeah, here it's Terry. They say could be a good developmental outside receiver. Sounds good to me. I think we'll go ahead and do it. And yeah, this draft, I like this draft a lot. We actually did really well. And we'll go ahead and review it right after. I'll just wait for it to wrap up and we'll get our overall thoughts. And then if you guys have any questions for the chat, go ahead and leave them now and we'll answer that. And then I think we'll wrap it up. Maybe I'll do one more of these before the draft, but yeah, I think I'm just going to do this mock for tonight and then I'll wrap it up. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a KU fan. He said he was at. I think he said he was at UW before that, and then he walked on at KU. So yeah, he's for sure a KU homer. Which I'm a Mizzou homer. So hey, it is what it is. Second. Oh, is it doing that thing where it's like not loading? It's okay. It's just
he was
taking
a
long
conditioning coach at KU. Well, he didn't do his job very well.
Mizzou actually hired the KU strength and conditioning coach from last year. I forget his name. I don't know.
What goes on at Kansas that just makes anyone think, man, that's what we need? What's something they do well?
Fire coaches.
They don't even do that well. They didn't even fire him. Wasn't he placed on administrative leave?
Something like that, and then they officially fired him shortly after. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this draft. So Liam Eichenberg was our first pick from Notre Dame. Safe tackle pick. Maybe not not the pick that everyone loves, but safe pick just overall. You at least got a tackle to add to this team. Jabril Cox, the LB from LSU, mix a really good LB duo with Willie Gay. Benjamin St. Juste, high upside outside corner out of Minnesota, shoring up that cornerback room. Patrick Jones, edge from Pittsburgh, good first step, high upside, situational pass rusher. Good first step, like I said, just someone with some explosive athleticism rotation. Kenny Yeboah, the tight end from Ole Miss, maybe my favorite pick at 144. Good pass catcher to add to this group. And someone that could be a legitimate tight end too. DeMar Hamlin, the safety from Pittsburgh, could be the new safety 3 and eventually take over Sorensen's role. Marquez Stevenson and Tamarion Terry with our last 2 picks, absolute burners. I really like this draft. What do you think, Connor?
Okay. My initial reaction, if this was the real draft, would be, oh my God, Garrett Dieter is actually going to see the field.
What makes you say that?
Just the fact that the wide receiver position wasn't addressed until late, and at that point, those guys are usually like practice squad, bottom of the roster type guys, and we need somebody who can come in and make an impact. And I can't say I know enough about either of those guys to really make an impact. I just would.
I'll tell you right now. I think Tamarion Terry and I, me and you have talked about how like we get really annoyed by the people who are like, "Oh, steal of the draft" for like every single Chiefs pick.
Braylon Speaks, best player of the draft.
But Tamarion Terry could legitimately be the steal of the draft. Like, I think he could actually come in and do some work from day one. Marquez Stevenson is more of a developmental guy, but definitely special teams guy starting out. And you know what? We could always get a veteran receiver too if that's what it takes. But outside of that, I think we addressed, all the major needs pretty well, right?
Yeah, we get Ben Neiman off the field. We get Nick Kaiser off the field. We get Mahomes more protection. So yeah, I'd say we're pretty good. But yeah, the draft ultimately would depend on those last 2 receivers being able to make an impact. And if you're confident that they are able to, I can't say that I'm familiar with either of them. But yeah, if you're confident that those receivers will make a positive impact and say be better than Pringle, then yeah, it's a good draft.
I think the potential production you would get from those 2 guys combined would probably equate to about a mid-round wide receiver, if I'm being honest. So if that sounds good to you, then I think this is an A+ draft, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then you also have to consider the fact too, we took Kenny Yeboah, who is kind of your wide receiver pick in a way. It's at least a pass catcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that pick just because it's some form of receiver.
Yeah. I mean, I like this a lot. So, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Make sure we get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really hoping we can hit that pretty soon. And again, make sure you like the video so other Chiefs fans can find this. Love to get your guys' opinions in the comments as well. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Make sure you check out my content on showmefootball.com and Arrowhead Addict as well. Nice seeing you guys tonight. And yeah, that's it. Peace.